Hello and welcome to Daily English Flow. We're really happy you're here. I'm Amelia.
And I'm James. On this channel, we practice real, everyday English with simple and natural conversations.
If you enjoy learning this way, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. All right, let's get started.
So, Amelia, today I want to talk about something I failed at this morning, and it's kind of funny and sad too.
Oh no, you sound dramatic already. Tell me everything, but please don't say it's about waking up early again.
It is. My alarm rang at 7, and I said, I'll stand up in 1 minute. And then I blinked, and it was 7:45.
Haha, that 1 minute is a dangerous lie. Did you hit snooze or did you start watching videos like a zombie?
Both, sadly. I watched a quick video, then another, and my brain said, we deserve comfort, like a lawyer.
Your brain has good speaking skills, wow. But yes, that's exactly why today's topic is self-discipline in real life.
Yes, not the scary kind where you live like a robot, but the normal kind where you keep small promises to yourself.
Exactly. Like saying, I'll practice English for 10 minutes, and then actually doing it, even if you feel lazy.
Can I ask something honest? When I hear self-discipline, I imagine a very strict person with no fun at all.
I get that image too, but I think real self-discipline can be kind. It's like helping your future self, not punishing.
Helping my future self sounds nice, but my present self loves snacks and warm blankets. He is very persuasive.
Same. My present self is like, let's start tomorrow, and my future self is like, please, not again.
So what is self-discipline for you, Amelia, in a simple sentence that a B1 learner can copy and use?
For me, self-discipline is choosing one good action even when I don't feel like it, because I care about myself.
I like that. For me, it's doing the boring thing now so life feels easier later, like cleaning before guests arrive.
Great example. And people often mix it with motivation, but motivation is a feeling, and feelings can disappear fast.
Yes, motivation is like a firework, big and bright, then gone. Self-discipline is more like a lamp you turn on daily.
Nice metaphor. And when motivation is low, self-discipline can still be there, but in a small and realistic way.
Okay, but why is it so hard? Why do I suddenly become a genius at procrastination when I have a simple task?
Because your brain loves quick rewards. A phone gives pleasure now, but studying gives results later, so later loses.
My brain hears later and says, we might be dead later, which is dark and also kind of true, I guess.
James, okay, that was too real. But yes, our brains are built for comfort, so we need smart, small tricks.
So, Amelia, today I want to talk about something I failed at this morning, and it's kind of funny and sad too.
Oh no, you sound dramatic already. Tell me everything, but please don't say it's about waking up early again.
It is. My alarm rang at 7, and I said, I'll stand up in 1 minute. And then I blinked, and it was 7:45.
Haha, that 1 minute is a dangerous lie. Did you hit snooze or did you start watching videos like a zombie?
Both, sadly. I watched a quick video, then another, and my brain said, we deserve comfort, like a lawyer.
Your brain has good speaking skills, wow. But yes, that's exactly why today's topic is self-discipline in real life.
Yes, not the scary kind where you live like a robot, but the normal kind where you keep small promises to yourself.
Exactly. Like saying, I'll practice English for 10 minutes, and then actually doing it, even if you feel lazy.
Can I ask something honest? When I hear self-discipline, I imagine a very strict person with no fun at all.
I get that image too, but I think real self-discipline can be kind. It's like helping your future self, not punishing.
Helping my future self sounds nice, but my present self loves snacks and warm blankets. He is very persuasive.
Same. My present self is like, let's start tomorrow, and my future self is like, please, not again.
So what is self-discipline for you, Amelia, in a simple sentence that a B1 learner can copy and use?
For me, self-discipline is choosing one good action even when I don't feel like it, because I care about myself.
I like that. For me, it's doing the boring thing now so life feels easier later, like cleaning before guests arrive.
Great example. And people often mix it with motivation, but motivation is a feeling, and feelings can disappear fast.
Yes, motivation is like a firework, big and bright, then gone. Self-discipline is more like a lamp you turn on daily.
Nice metaphor. And when motivation is low, self discipline can still be there, but in a small and realistic way.
Okay, but why is it so hard? Why do I suddenly become a genius at procrastination when I have a simple task?
Because your brain loves quick rewards. A phone gives pleasure now, but studying gives results later, so later loses.
My brain hears later and says, we might be dead later, which is dark and also kind of true, I guess.
James, okay, that was too real. But yes, our brains are built for comfort, so we need smart, small tricks.
I want those tricks, but please don't say wake up at 5 a.m. and run 10 kilometers because I will cry on camera.
No torture today, I promise. First trick is start tiny, not 1 hour of study, just 5 or 10 minutes. Very friendly.
5 minutes feels possible. My brain can't argue much with 5 minutes because even a lazy person can do that.
Exactly, and after you start, you often continue a little longer. But even if you stop, you still win because you began.
That's good for me because I often think if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all, and that ruins things.
Yes, that all or nothing thinking is a trap. One small step is still progress, and progress is what builds habits.
Speaking of habits, how do we make a habit stick when life is busy and my schedule changes every week?
Make the habit easy to start. Put your notebook on the table, not in a bag, and keep your phone far away for a bit.
So we change the environment, not only our personality. That's comforting because my personality is stubborn.
Same here. Another helpful idea is to attach your new habit to something you already do, like brushing teeth.
Like, after I brush my teeth, I listen to English for 5 minutes. That sounds simple, and my brain likes routines.
Yes, routines are like tracks for a train. When the track exists, the train moves easier, and you don't decide each time.
Okay, I'm thinking about my morning. I always make coffee, so after coffee, I could do 10 minutes of English speaking.
Perfect. And please remember the voice in your head matters. If you talk to yourself like a bully, you won't continue.
True. When I fail, I say, you're lazy, and then I feel worse and do nothing. It's like my brain sits on the floor.
Try a kinder sentence, like, okay, today was hard, but I can still do one small thing now. Kind and honest together.
I like that. It feels less heavy. Also, if I do one small thing, I feel proud, and pride is a nice fuel, not shame.
Exactly, and self-discipline grows like a muscle. Small repeats make it stronger, not one big heroic day once a year.
So the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to come back again and again, even after a bad day, right?
Yes, and I want to share a little story from yesterday because it shows how small choices can change your whole day.
I'm ready for that story because I really need hope today, and maybe a little laugh if it's embarrassing for you.
Oh, it is a bit embarrassing, so enjoy it. Yesterday, I planned to work for 2 hours, but I felt tired and annoyed.
That feeling is very familiar, like your body sits down, but your mind already wants to quit before starting.
Exactly. I almost opened social media, but I told myself, just open the document and read one sentence. That's all.
That sounds very small and safe. Your brain probably didn't panic because one sentence is not scary at all.
Yes, and after that sentence, I fixed one tiny mistake, then another, and suddenly 40 minutes were gone.
Wow, that's the magic moment when you look at the clock and think, wait, I'm actually doing the thing?
Yes, I didn't finish everything, but I felt calm and proud, and my evening was nicer because of that start.
That's important. Self discipline is not only about work, but also about mood and how peaceful you feel later.
Absolutely. When you avoid tasks all day, your head feels noisy, like a radio playing many bad songs at once.
And when you do even a little, the radio volume goes down and you can finally relax without guilt.
Exactly. But let's be honest, some days everything fails and you break promises to yourself. That happens to everyone.
Yes, and on those days, I usually think, I ruined everything, so I'll restart next week, which is not helpful.
That's a common mistake. Instead of restarting your whole life, just restart the next hour or the next small action.
Restarting the next hour sounds much easier than new me on Monday, which always feels fake and stressful.
Right. Self discipline works best when it's flexible. Life changes, energy changes, and plans must breathe a little.
I like that image of plans that can breathe. Very human, not like a strict robot schedule on the wall.
Another thing people forget is rest. Real self discipline also means resting on purpose, not only pushing yourself.
That's interesting because many people think resting is lazy, but without rest, discipline becomes anger and burnout.
Yes, rest without guilt is powerful. When you plan rest, you enjoy it more and don't escape into it by accident.
That's true. When I escape rest, I feel bad. When I planned rest, I feel happy and relaxed.
Exactly. So maybe a listener can ask themselves today, what is one small promise I can keep and one rest I can plan?
I like that question. It feels balanced. Not too hard, not too soft, just realistic for daily life.
Also, let's talk about distractions because phones are everywhere and they steal discipline like silent thieves.
Yes, my phone is innocent looking, but it destroys my focus in 5 seconds. It's almost impressive, honestly.
Same. One simple rule I use is putting my phone in another room for 10 minutes while I start a task.
Just 10 minutes again. I see a pattern here, Amelia, and my brain is slowly accepting these small numbers.
Good. Small numbers calm the brain. After 10 minutes, you can check your phone, but often you forget about it.
That's true. When I'm focused, I don't even want to check messages because my brain is busy doing something real.
Another helpful thing is to say your plan out loud. It sounds silly, but hearing your voice makes it more real.
Like saying, I will study English for 10 minutes now instead of thinking it quietly and then forgetting.
Yes, exactly. You become a witness to your own promise, and breaking it feels more noticeable.
I should try that, but I live with people and they might think I'm talking to myself like a movie character.
That's okay. Tell them you're practicing English and self discipline at the same time. Very productive.
Two skills at once. I like that. Also, what about rewards? Should we reward ourselves for discipline?
Yes, but smart rewards, not something that destroys your progress. Simple things like a walk, music, or a nice tea.
So, not I studied for 10 minutes, now I eat 5 cakes, because that reward might create a new problem.
Exactly. Rewards should support your life, not fight against it. They should say, good job, let's continue.
This makes self discipline sound much friendlier than I thought. Less military, more like a helpful coach.
That's the goal. A coach, not a dictator. Someone who understands bad days, but still believes you can grow.
I feel more hopeful now, honestly. Not excited in a crazy way, but calm and ready to try something small today.
That calm feeling is a great place to start because discipline built on calm lasts longer than discipline built on fear.
I want to ask you something personal, Amelia, because listeners often think hosts are perfect, which is not true at all.
Oh, thank you for saying that because I am definitely not perfect, and my messy days deserve a microphone too.
So, what is one area where you still struggle with self discipline, even after all this practice and knowledge?
Honestly, going to bed on time. I tell myself just one more episode, and suddenly it's midnight again.
That makes me feel better because my phone and I have long, deep conversations at night that ruin my mornings.
Exactly. And I notice that when I sleep late, my discipline the next day is much weaker and more emotional.
That's so true. Lack of sleep turns small tasks into mountains, and then we wonder why everything feels so hard.
Yes, so now I try a small rule. I don't aim for perfect sleep, just 10 minutes earlier than yesterday.
Again, with the small steps, I see you are very loyal to this idea, and I respect that consistency.
It really works. Big changes scare us, but small changes feel safe, and safety helps us repeat the behavior.
I think many listeners feel guilty because they compare themselves to others on social media who look very disciplined.
That comparison is dangerous. You only see the best moments, not the tired nights or the failed mornings behind them.
Yes, and then you think, why am I so weak? But in reality, you are just human, not broken or lazy.
Exactly. Self discipline is not about being strong all the time, it's about returning after you fall again and again.
I love that idea of returning. It removes drama and shame and replaces them with patience and practice.
And patience is very important, especially when learning a language, because progress is slow and sometimes invisible.
That's a great connection. Many people quit English because they don't see fast results, not because they can't learn.
Yes, learning English needs the same gentle discipline, short practice, regular time, and kindness when mistakes happen.
And mistakes will happen a lot. I still make them, you still make them, and that's part of speaking freely.
Absolutely. Discipline is not about avoiding mistakes, but about showing up again, even after a bad speaking day.
So maybe a listener today can say, I don't need to be amazing, I just need to be present for 10 minutes.
That sentence alone can change someone's relationship with learning and with themselves, which is very powerful.
I'm curious, do you think discipline is something you are born with or something you could learn at any age?
I strongly believe it's learned. Some people start earlier, but everyone can train it, like a skill or a habit.
That gives hope to adults who think it's too late for me, which is a sad and unnecessary thought.
Yes, it's never too late. Your brain can change, and small daily actions create new paths over time.
I like that. It feels scientific but also encouraging, like there is logic behind hope, not just positive words.
Exactly. And one more thing I want to mention is forgiveness. You must forgive yourself to continue with discipline.
That's hard for many people. Forgiving others feels easier than forgiving ourselves for simple mistakes.
True, but without forgiveness, discipline turns into self hate, and that never creates long term change.
So the cycle is try, fail a little, forgive, adjust, and try again. That sounds realistic and human.
Yes, and over time, those cycles make you stronger and more confident, even if each step feels small alone.
I'm really enjoying this conversation. It feels like a calm talk with a friend, not a lecture, which helps me listen.
That makes me happy because that's exactly what we want for our listeners, a safe space to learn and reflect.
Before we finish, maybe we can share one very simple challenge for today, something listeners can try immediately.
Great idea. Let's think of something easy, friendly, and connected to English practice and self discipline together.
I think the challenge should be so simple that nobody can say, I don't have time, because that excuse is very popular.
I agree. Okay, here is the challenge. After this video, speak English out loud for just 5 minutes about your day.
Yes, no writing, no pressure, just speaking. You can talk to yourself, the mirror, or even your pet if you want.
Exactly. And if 5 minutes feels too long, start with 3. The goal is to begin, not to impress anyone.
And while you speak, try to be kind to yourself. If you forget a word, smile, laugh, and continue with another one.
That's very important. Confidence grows when fear goes down, and fear goes down when you allow mistakes.
I really like how this connects discipline with kindness. It feels sustainable, not exhausting or scary.
That's the heart of everything we talked about today. Discipline should support your life, not make it smaller.
I hope listeners feel less alone after this conversation and understand that struggling does not mean failing.
Yes, struggling often means you care, and caring is the first step towards positive change and real growth.
Before we say goodbye, I just want to remind everyone that progress is quiet and slow, but it is still progress.
Beautifully said, James. And if today was not productive, that's okay. Tomorrow or even later today is another chance.
Thank you for listening, everyone. We truly appreciate the time you spend practicing English with us.
Yes, thank you for being part of Daily English Flow and for choosing to learn in a calm and natural way.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like the video and subscribe because it really helps our small channel grow.
We'll be back very soon with another real conversation to help you improve your English step by step.
Take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and remember that small actions done daily can change everything.
Bye for now, and have a wonderful day. See you in the next episode.